Welcome to Movie Time, and today we're immersing ourselves in the most captivating zombie series that are bound to give you goosebumps. For this list, we will be ranking the top 5 zombie series based on the quality of their storytelling, exceptional performances, mind-blowing special effects, and the overall impact that they've had on the zombie genre. Don't forget to leave a comment and tell us which of these spine-chilling zombie series is your ultimate favorite. Number 5. The Walking Dead: Dead City. The Walking Dead: Dead City is an adventure horror post-apocalyptic TV series developed by Eli Jordan for AMC, inspired by the characters Maggie and Negan from The Walking Dead. It serves as the 5th installment in the Walking Dead franchise, maintaining continuity with the other television series and acting as the first sequel to The Walking Dead. Lauren Cohen and Jeffrey Dean Morgan return to portray their respective roles as Maggie and Negan, reprising their characters from the original TV series. The series made its debut on June 18, 2023, and is set to comprise of 6 episodes. The series follows the story of Maggie and Negan as they search for their son Herschel, portrayed by Logan Kim. Their son has been abducted by a dangerous and ruthless man known as Croat Ransom. Maggie and Negan travel to post-apocalyptic Manhattan, separated from the mainland, where the city has crumbled and is filled with the undead and inhabitants who have turned New York into a world of chaos, danger, and horror. Number 4. All of Us Are Dead. All of Us Are Dead is a South Korean zombie apocalypse horror streaming television series. The series made its debut on January 28, 2022, exclusively on Netflix. Shortly after its release, the show garnered tremendous popularity, accumulating a staggering 474 million hours of viewership within the first 30 days on the platform. Recognizing its immense success, the series was officially renewed for a second season on June 6, 2022, and will be officially released in 2024. The story of the series begins by depicting the everyday lives of high school students at Hyusun High School in Korea. We witness some bullying incidents that occur at the school, as well as the friendships and love affairs between the characters, until everything is turned upside down by the curiosity of one of the students in the school's biology laboratory. An infected hamster carrying a virus bites one of the students and turns them into a zombie. The virus quickly spreads throughout the entire school and then the city, turning people into terrifying zombies. The origin of the virus is the result of a father's efforts to empower his son and protect him from bullying. Dr. Lee, a cellular biologist and teacher at Hyusun High School, is conducting research on animals in search of an instinctual way to turn fear into anger. Now the students must find a way to survive and avoid turning into zombies, while investigating the dangers of the post-apocalyptic city. Number 3. Fear the Walking Dead. Fear the Walking Dead is a post-apocalyptic horror drama television series created by Robert Kirkman and Dave Erickson for AMC. It is a spin-off to The Walking Dead, which is based on the comic book series of the same name by Kirkman, Tony Moore, and Charlie Adlard. It is also the second television series within the Walking Dead franchise. This series consists of 8 seasons, with the first season premiering on August 23, 2015, and the final season airing on May 14, 2023. The story centers around the blended Clark family, comprising of a Madison High School guidance counselor, her fiancé Travis, and her 2 teenage children, Nick and Alicia. At the start of the series, each individual is grappling with their own personal problems when an enigmatic illness spreads throughout the city, transforming its victims into aggressive and mindless zombies. Now the Clarks join forces with other survivors to maintain survival and prevent themselves from turning into zombies in this terrifying new reality. They encounter a multitude of challenges along the way as they navigate through the apocalypse. They also grapple with preserving their humanity and sustaining their relationships with one another. Number 2. The Walking Dead. The Walking Dead is a horror thriller post-apocalyptic television series based on the comic book series of the same name by Robert Kirkman, Tony Moore, and Charlie Adlard, together forming the core of the Walking Dead franchise. The series premiered on October 31, 2010, and is exclusively broadcast on cable channel AMC in the United States and internationally through the Fox Networks Group and Disney+. The 11th and final season premiered on August 22, 2021, and concluded on November 20, 2022. This series follows Rick Grimes, played by Andrew Lincoln, a police officer who gets injured during a mission and falls into a coma. When he wakes up from the coma, he discovers that the entire city has been overrun by creatures resembling zombies, referred to as walkers in the series, causing chaos everywhere. Rick decides to find his wife and son, eventually locating them along with a group of other survivors, forming a community. As the leader of this group, Rick and his companions not only face the threat of walkers, but also hostile factions of other surviving groups that pose a security risk. Number 1. The Last of Us. The Last of Us is an exciting action-adventure drama television series that premiered its first season, consisting of 9 episodes, on January 15, 2023. It was created by Craig Mazin and Neil Druckmann and is produced for HBO. The series serves as an adaptation of the critically acclaimed video game released in 2013, developed by Naughty Dog. The story of the series takes place in the year 2033, 20 years after a fungal outbreak decimates the world's population. The disease initially drives its victims to severe madness and savagery, eventually causing them to lose their sight. The infected individuals are forced to rely on echolocation to locate their targets, further spreading the disease. Joel Miller, played by Pedro Pascal, is enlisted as a resilient survivor. He is assigned the duty of escorting a teenage girl named Ellie, portrayed by Bella Ramsey, across a post-apocalyptic United States to deliver her to a resistance group known as the Fireflies. The Fireflies believe that Ellie's immunity to the infection could lead to a cure. Along their journey, they encounter typical yet harrowing post-apocalyptic tales, including infected groups, armed factions, cannibals, and heartbreaking events, as well as various beauties within this apocalyptic hellscape. These experiences forge a strong bond between them. Thank you for watching today's video. By subscribing to our channel, you'll be the first to know about new movie releases. You'll also have access to our curated list of must-see movies, ranging from classic films to the latest blockbusters. So, what are you waiting for? Hit the subscribe button and join our community of movie lovers today.